Yeah, obviously I'm very happy. It was the plan right from the beginning of the season to start out going strong, and I was really happy to get some big wins early season. And then the plan was also to finish the season in good shape. I know there's quite a few races at this period of the season that suit me quite well, so I put a real focus on going well at this point in the year, and it's working out really well. I'm thrilled to get the victory here today, and as you said, there's still some pretty big goals left this year.
3 big goals, there's 1 big goal left, and I think then very soon. And are you confident for this goal, the World Championships, of course?
I thought you were talking about Montreal. Yeah, obviously, like I said, I put a lot of emphasis on being in good shape for the last part of the season. Starting from the Olympic Games, I had a fantastic racing program, and obviously these races here in Canada were part of that, part of my goals for the year. And I'm really thrilled to win here today. And yeah, the World Championships is only a few weeks away, and looks like my condition is coming up really good for that. So I'm looking forward to it.
On that the last few hundred meters there, you two were being chased very closely by a large group there. How nervy was that and how difficult was that to stay in the front?
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. Both Greg and I worked really hard to get that gap, and we worked well together to maintain it to the finish. And we couldn't really slow down too much before we sprinted to the line, because the peloton was really close behind. And obviously there was one of the strongest guys in the peloton, Peter Sagan, in between us and the peloton. So yeah, we had our work cut out to hold Peter off, and also the peloton. So yeah, full credit to Greg. He rode really strong, and the victory could have gone to either one of us. So, but I'm happy to come my way.
Question for Greg. Last year, Philippe Gilbert won here. Have you received some information from him about the circuit and the good strategy?
No, he's riding Vuelta, so I didn't have much contact with him. But I think in the race, some guys told me that he won a stage in the Vuelta today. So I think I wanted to do the same. He did the one in Vuelta, and it would be good for the team if we can win also here. So I get a little bit motivation, and I think it's a nice race here. First time that I saw the track, I was really happy to see it, and it's really selective parkour, and yeah, it's a nice track.
This one's for Simon. What surprised you most about this circuit in Quebec?
Well, I had my first experience here last year. I came to do these 2 races, and yeah, I think with this Quebec circuit, it's probably the more difficult of the 2, and it's just stop-start all day. There's no real place to recover on the circuit. As you race along the river, around the back of the circuit there, it's really important to move up before the climbs again. Excuse me, and then once you're on the climbs, there's not a lot of place to move there either. So it's just a really selective circuit, and I think whether you're sitting up the front or sitting down the back, there's no easy way around. So yeah, it made everybody quite tired by the finish, and it worked out well to attack in the final.
Maybe we could ask you both, what are your views about Montreal on Sunday? Yeah, how do you see this? What hopes do you have for this race in Big Earth?
I think the condition is there for both of us, and I don't know the parkour over there. But I think if I saw the results from last year, it's only the same guys who are top 10 here. They are close also in Montreal, so I think it's another goal for us to make a good race there, and hopefully we can first and second again, but then the other way from this.
And Simon, you know the Montreal circuit from last year, so what do you think?
Yeah, I quite like the Montreal circuit, and I'll be keeping a very close eye on this guy. Obviously did pretty well there last year, so yeah, like Greg said, I think the guys who are up the front today, I expect them to be at the front there again on Sunday, so I'm obviously pretty happy with my condition, so hopefully I'll be pretty close there on Sunday also.
Questions for Simon. 2 questions. How worried were you when you saw that Peter Sagan was coming back? And I know you won stages in every Grand Tour. Where do you put this victory in your career? Yeah,
firstly, I think it was maybe a kilometre and a half to go. I saw that Sagan was trying to bridge across to Greg and I. Yeah, like I said earlier, we worked hard together to make sure we held him and especially and the peloton off. This victory is quite important for me. I think it reaffirms how my season of 2012. There's one thing going well in the early season, and there's another thing to sort of back it up later in the year with the results again. So I'm obviously really pleased to be back winning again.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for that.